Hi everyone and welcome to Rage Print. I'm Andy and this is episode 12 of our chopper build. Today we're going to be discussing Chopper's drive system. I know I haven't actually finished the head yet, still got the arms and the doors, but I've been collecting a lot of the pieces. I thought it would be worth discussing it, and we might be able to get Chopper moving in the next couple of weeks. So why don't you join me and we'll sit down and we'll discuss all the components. Right, let's talk about electronics. What I have arranged in front of me is most of what I need to get Chopper running, or driving at least anyway. I was originally going to do Padawan 360. I've since changed my mind and I'm going to use something called Kyber. I'm not really going to go into that too much because there is a video that Matt Hobbs, who designed Kyber, or one of the designers of Kyber, he's put lots of videos up about it, so I will link to those instead. Suffice to say, Kyber is this. He says, drop it out of the packet. That is Kyber. So we have an ESP32 and a DF mini player on a custom built board. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's a motor controller. Blue, yeah. Anyway, so effectively this replaces quite a few of the components of a Padawan system, and then you hook out to an RC controller and an amplifier from here, and a maestro to control servos, and everything there is that's Chopper's brain effectively. As I said, I won't go into it too much. So Chopper's brain and sound generator. Put that there. Now, coming off the sound, or rather, we need a battery. I didn't pick a battery up when I did this. That's stupid of me. Right, battery. Coming off the battery, we need this. Yeah. Right, here we go. Coming off the battery, we need a fuse box. Now, this is a fuse box that's used in boats and stuff, and I can't get that open right now. But it takes normal car fuses, and there's six, 3 on each side. So there's 6 outputs. So you have the positive input of the battery, 6 outputs, and each output can be fused to different ratings. This is especially useful for you only want 5 volts. 5 volts. You want a certain amount of amperage going out to power, say this, a different amount of amperage going out to power the motors, a different amount of amperage going out to power the servos, and each one could blow on at different rates. You shouldn't need it to blow at all, to be honest, but safety anyway. Then you've got your negative output, along with 6 negative connections to create a circuit. So battery to the fuse box. I don't have it with me. I haven't ordered it yet. I will have like another master fuse, same sort of thing I use on R2. Basically, it's just a 50 amp fuse, which is well over spec, but I can just turn the whole droid on and off, and then I know the batteries are isolated before it even gets to this point. So battery, fuse box with a switch. For argument's sake, there's your switch. Yeah, I know, I'm replacing a lot of stuff here. So from the fuse box, we go to Chopper's brain, which has, so there'd be a step down. Do I have a step down? We're doing well in this video, aren't we? Step down boards. Right, these are all basically you need a step down board that will transfer the 12 volts down to 5 volts to power this. Or I double check that it's actually got a regulator in there and it can accept 12 volts. In fact, actually, yeah, I think that might be what that is. Anyway, need to take 12 volts down to 5 volts, to power this. Also coming off here, so there's your fuses. So also coming off here, we have the Siren 10, which that's the screws. So the Siren 10, that powers the dome motor, which I've got here. So dome motor. So we have a signal coming off here to here. Actually, no, sorry, it won't come off here, it'll be coming off the RC receiver, but we'll get to that. Anyway, power coming to here, which powers that, turns the dome. Next up, we have a Sabretooth 2x32 amp. At the time of recording, you may be wondering how the hell I've got hold of a Sabretooth M32. And the answer is, I haven't. I've looted this from BB-8. So BB-8 had a 232 in there, and that's massively over spec for what it needs. So I ordered a 2x12 amp. It's basically exactly the same. So okay. So the 2x12, and I put that on BB-8 and taking his 232 out, and that's going on chopper. That has another power coming off there, and then that connects to that. There's a signal coming off the RC receiver, and that goes to the motors. So that powers the motors. As I said before, this is the DF mini player, so this has got the sound card in there. And then coming off the sound card, we have this. Can't get into it. Which is a digital amplifier, complete with volume control. So this is a stereo one, so I can have two sets of speakers. So that gets connected to that. That boosts the sound. I'm assuming that goes there. And then those connect to the pair of speakers. And these are 4 ohm 10 watt speakers. 2 of them. So those get wired into there. That also needs its own power, so that'll be coming from here with a step down. So I'm going to need a step down, and that's essentially it. That would get Chopper moving, turning his head, and talking. The servos, I need something called a Maestro, which I haven't ordered yet because it's hard to get hold of a lot of things, but I need to order a Maestro. There'll be one that goes in the head and one that goes in the body. The one in the body controls the servos for the 2 doors, the utility arm, and if I put anything in the inside the arm, the side doors themselves, the bed pan doors. The head servos, the head Maestro will be controlling the servos for the periscope. There's 2 in there, and the side arm doors. There's 2 more, and then I think it's 3 per head arm. So it's another 6. So the Maestros can get different sizes. So I need an 8 for the body and a 12 or 16 for the head. So essentially that's it. So what am I missing? As I said, I'm missing a master fuse. Probably missing a buck converter. I'm sure I had some sitting around. They've got so many bits of bobs hanging around. The only other important thing I'm missing is one of these. Yes, I know I have one in my hand now. So this is a FlySky FS T6. So it's only 6 channels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. I've run out of buttons. I need more for a droid. So I need something similar to this. I'm going to get an FR Sky Tyrannus, and I'm going to get an X7 or an X9. Why is that important? Extra channels. I can also mod the box to put the Kyber control system on here. So that sits in the droid, and then there's another half of it. I'll do this really carefully because I don't want to break anything. So this, they're just buttons, and imagine this is the X7. It looks very similar. You can mount the back button box here, in a 3D printed case on a hinge, and these wires here, along with this little circuit here, so without going inside the controller, that would take over one of these pots and also one of the switches. So the pot becomes the buttons. So each position on the pot, it registers a different button, and then that button sends a signal to here, which then makes a noise, opens the door, moves the periscope, whatever. Flicking the switch then gives me another 15 buttons, and there's also a disconnect switch for the Wi-Fi. So not enough channels on this, but essentially that would look like that, but prettier. And then that would talk to the receiver, which would connect into here, and then also connect to that and that. Make sense? Good. Because I was starting to fear it wouldn't. Yeah, so I need to order the X7. Just haven't done it yet. And as well as the X7, I also need to order a master fuse and a Maestro. I said I'm not going to go too much into Kyber. There are plenty of videos on Kyber, how to set it up, how to use it, how to mod a controller for it. I am no way an expert in doing any of that because I've never done it before. So yeah, that's pretty much Chopper. It doesn't seem a lot, does it? Really, considering how much it's going to be doing, that doesn't seem a lot. I mean, I'm used to R2, which admittedly has a lot more in it. In fact, we'll go have a look now. So excuse the messy wiring. This was the first time I'd ever built a droid, so there's things in here that could have been done a lot better. So this is the back of R2, the inside of R2, and this is a Padawan 360. So as you can see, this is the master fuse I was on about. I need to get one of these. It goes into the fuse box. This is an older style fuse box. It doesn't have the negative bus. On R2, that's actually just under behind there. So yeah, this is Padawan. It's an Arduino Mega, a USB host shield, a USB dongle, which talks to that. You've got the siren up here. You've got the Sabretooth 232. And then we also have a slip ring adapter. I forgot to mention the slip ring adapter in talking about Chopper. He will need some sort of slip ring adapter to connect power and signal back up there. And that's R2's dome motor. This is the MP3 trigger board, which has been replaced with that little DF mini player. And on the other side of this board, roughly about there, is a massive car amplifier. I will probably be changing that amplifier to the similar one I got for Chopper. Less power draw and probably clearer sound, to be honest. And then you can just about see there's a speaker there and a speaker there. So they come out as R2 side grills just there. And there's the batteries. And there's our little 12 volt to 5 volt converter. Well, it's a infinite converter, so you can change it to whatever voltage you need. Well, step down. And then we also have some isolation switches. So those isolate R2's legs, the power to R2's legs, because this is a regenerative motor controller. So if you start pushing the droid with no power, energy will go through back into the system and come back through here and back into the battery. So Prudence says you have those switched off when the droid's not powered up. Yeah, so essentially this is what the inside of Chopper would look like, except for these two components are replaced with that Kyber board. Yeah. I said I need to sort that out. I'm not quite sure I'm going to do that yet. I forgot about that. But anyway, yeah, that's R2. While we're here, I'll show you the 2x12 Sabretooth that I looted out BB-8 to get that for Chopper. So here's my BB-8 at the moment. He's looking a bit sad. I've taken him to part to fix things and redo things. So again, BB-8's running on Shadow. So this is the PS3 version of Padawan. So again, there's a Mega and a host shield with a Bluetooth module. Batteries sit underneath BB-8. Yeah, the wiring on this is bad. Again, another fuse box. And then here's the 2x12 that I've just hooked up, and that's a direct replacement for the 232. And then we've got a step down converter, a gyro stabilizer, which I haven't actually finished configuring yet, and then we've got the servos and the motors. Yeah, so that's BB-8. This is the hamster drive once we get it working. So I should point out that servo turns the head. These two servos tilt the arm, which moves the head on top of the body. Very brief overview. This is in pieces because I'm replacing bits, so that needs replacing. That needs replacing with something a hell of a lot better. Yeah, sorry, completely off topic. Anyway, Padawan 360, I should say. Modified Padawan Shadow, and he's getting Kyber. So 3 different control systems just for fun. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got the control systems ready. As I said, there's still a few ball bits missing. I need the Maestro, and you can see what it would generally look like inside the back of R2. I'm hoping this time I do the wiring a hell of a lot tidier. I've learned a lot in the last 5 years about droid building, so hopefully it will be tidier. Yeah, there's not really much else I need to say to this. Yeah, I'm going to get these mounted into. I've got Tim Hebel's board mount for Chopper, which sort of sits on the back against the back door. Oh, that's printed. I've just got to put it together, and then that all gets mounted on. And then I get a battery. I've got a battery. It's the battery I looted out of the scooters to get the motors and the wheels. Sorry, just the motors for Chopper's legs. They're not brilliant. They'll do for bench testing, getting some power through to stuff, but they're pretty much useless for anything else. Yeah, so not much of an update, just basically where we're heading. I haven't been doing much building because I've been trying to insulate the garage because it is freezing in here. It is still freezing today. I've only done half the garage. Yeah, so we're going to try and get on some more building. And now that I've been slowly accumulating all these pieces, we should be getting. I might be able to get him moving. I won't have any servos, but I might be able to get him rolling and talking. And that'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Just need a controller. Yeah. Kyber. Okay, so as you can see, we have most of the bits we need. As I said before, I'm just missing the master fuse, a Maestro, step down converter, possibly, and probably the most important bit is a RC transmitter that I can actually use. Not too many things. I've got most of it on a battery, and something to connect the slip ring to. But apart from that, I've got nearly everything. Thank you, BBC News. So yeah, I'm going to start ordering the last few pieces I need, and as I said in the intro and during the video, we might be able to get Chopper moving in the next couple of weeks. Yes, it is cold in here. It is cold, despite I mentioned I was doing installation in the garage. So I've got the first layer down on that wall. I haven't done in here yet. I've got to go back over it plasterboard, and hopefully it will start to make a difference. It is making a bit of a difference, but it's still really cold in here. Hence why I haven't been doing much in the way of work. It's just too cold. But, yeah, I'll start working and my hands are freezing and I've got to stop. So I thought I'll quickly do this video. It's a nice quick one. Discussing the drive system. I don't have to spend much time in here to do it. And then, yeah, and it keeps you guys up to date on what's going on. So either one or two things. I'll either finish the doors and or arms, or I'll carry on the drive system and get him rolling and talking. Pardon me. Rolling and talking, not burping. And then, yeah, and then we'll move on to the other side of that. To be fair, there's not much left after that. That's all the construction done. Once the head arms are done and the doors to the head arms, that's pretty much all the construction done. After that, it's filling, sanding, priming, painting, making it look like Chopper, weathering. So, I don't really do much weathering, other than natural weathering where it's dinged a lot. So, yeah, I'm hoping in the next 6 months. Hopefully, we'll have a working Chopper. But I've got other things to do. I need to fix R2's leg as well. That desperately needs doing. And I've also got to start doing some work with BB-8 as well. You saw what a sorry state he's in. It's all just sat there waiting to be fixed. Slowly gathering dust. I need to sort that. I sort the proton pack to build as well. Busy. And I've got to finish all this insulation in here. And go to work. And look after. Yeah, it's going to take a while. Maybe 6 months. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening to me babble on for another 10 minutes after the important bit. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.